welcome to another Wellness Wednesday workshop. I'm Dr. Lori coming to you from Phoenix Family Wellness here in very sunny Phoenix, Arizona. Now, over the past couple of weeks, we've been talking about the big word why, and why we would want to change our life, why we want to make changes in our health, and why we would want to actually take those steps forward. Last week, we really wanted to evaluate that why, and hopefully you found yours. I shared with you a couple of reasons why I'm making changes in mine. Today what we're going to do is focus a little bit more just on the specific area of the nutrition. We talked about thinking well, moving well, to live well, but we also said eat well. So it's about knowing why we do that. It's very important to understand the why of food. What is the reason that we eat? Why do we do that? Well, food is used as fuel. We need to fuel our bodies. We need the sugar. We need to change that food and turn it into the sugars that our body need to convert into energy. And that's really why we eat. We don't live to eat, we need to eat to live. And that's how we need to start thinking about it, is really eating to live and making the right choices. Now, we know in our heads, again, it go back to knowing in our heads to eat well, but we need to really own it in our hearts. And what's important to understand is, you don't take a sports car to a gas station and put diesel fuel in it. You know it's not going to work right. Well, the same thing is our body. You need the right fuel for the right machine. And the most important fuel that we're going to start with right here is water. Water is the most important fuel that we can put into our bodies, especially right now as we're hitting the summer months. Here in the Valley of the Sun, we need to actually incorporate even more water than what our normal intake is supposed to be. For those of you who aren't sure about that formula for the amount of water you should be consuming every day, it's half your body weight in ounces. So take your body weight, cut it in half, and that's how many ounces of water you should be drinking daily. Now in the beginning, yes, you're going to say, oh, well, that's a lot. I'm going to be running to the bathroom, Dr. Lori, all the time. Well, of course you are, because you're dehydrated. And so that water is just going right through you. Your body needs to be able to plump up like a sponge a little bit more. Your kidneys need to be able to absorb that a little bit more. If you take a dry sponge that's been sitting there on the sink a few days and you put it under the water, the first thing that happens is it just rolls right off before it starts to absorb. So it's going to take a little while for your body to adjust to having that water again. You're going to be getting rid of a lot of those other things. That's why you're going to be going to the bathroom a lot more, is because your body is holding on to all that excess sugar and other chemicals that have been put into your body from the other drinks that you've been consuming before. Water is going to be helping to flush that out. At some point, it will start regulating, because what you're putting in is good. So you won't have as much waste to come out. So that's a really important thing to do. Now, as far as why we eat what we do during the day, I have a saying: eat breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, and dinner like a pauper. You want more fuel in the morning to be able to fuel your day. So that's why breakfast is like a king. You want to have the oatmeal and the nice egg whites with some bell pepper and mushrooms and spinach, and I'm really starting to get hungry right now. But you want those, especially the complex carbohydrates like the oatmeal, like grains, to be able to carry you through the day, to give you that energy. It's important to have breakfast because it's in its name. Breakfast, break fast. It's actually breaking the fast that your body's been in since the last time you ate, while you were sleeping. Now, it was okay to go through that length of time without eating because your body was at rest during that time. But every 4 hours, as you're up and you're moving around, your body starts to go into a starvation state if it doesn't get that fuel. And you don't want to break down your body anymore. For those of you looking to lose weight, you need to eat more frequently. I know you start thinking, I can't eat anymore because I'm trying to lose the weight. Well, the problem is that when you don't eat, your body starts holding on to everything because it doesn't know when it's going to get food again. So by continuously giving it the right kinds of foods, and when I'm talking meals, I'm not talking big plates full of meals, sit down and everything. A small handful of almonds, maybe half a chicken breast, just a little bit of a snack during the day. An apple and some nuts, that would be great. Those are some things that you want to look at as far as snacks or meals go. Making sure that you're getting 5 to 6 a day. It's really important. Throughout the day, the more frequently you eat, the more you're going to keep that metabolism up. So lunch like a prince, you don't eat as many of the carbs during the day. You start to phase the carbs out a little bit more. You start incorporating a little more protein. You make sure you get all those veggies in there. And dinner like a pauper. It doesn't have to be a big sit-down meal, because what are you going to do not too long after dinner? you're going to be getting ready to go to bed. So bed within, probably about 3 hours after dinner is really what it should be. And what you're going to be doing is getting ready to rest. So you don't need that extra energy. You don't need those extra carbohydrates. You don't need that extra fuel at that time. So you don't want to go through the whole day with only 1 or 2 meals. You want to break it down and have more frequent meals. For more information on some nutrition tips, go ahead and follow the blog. We'll be posting a new blog on Friday morning. So look for that at www.phoenixfamilywellness.com. What I gave as a homework assignment last night at our workshop was to journal the food. Journal what you're putting into your mouth. Journal everything that you're putting into your body. Write down the date, write down the time, write down what it is that you're eating, and also how you're feeling at that time. That way you can start seeing how you're starting to incorporate your food. For more information also, you can give us a call here at the office, 602-569-7000. We can answer your questions on nutrition. We can answer your questions on upcoming workshops that are going to incorporate exercise, how that goes together hand in hand with our nutrition, and how, most importantly, our nervous system needs to be aligned to be able to make the most of everything we're doing. Make sure we don't have that interference in it. So until next time, continue to think well, eat well, move well, so you can live well, because we want healthy families for a healthier future. Have a great one.